Well, good morning. I thought I would post this invitation for you to join us today at Hillsdale Baptist Church for our morning worship services. Our Adult Bible Fellowship Study Hour is at 9:15 a.m. And then our morning worship, we are a traditional church with traditional music, beautiful anthems. I think you'll enjoy the day, and I want to invite you to join me for the morning worship at 10:30 this morning. Now, I am continuing my series in the epistle of 2 Timothy, and I've taken a couple of weeks, or really probably going to be 3 or 4 weeks, to look at 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 15 through 17, and a brief series that I'm titling Living the Immutable Word in an Ever-Changing World. I will be introducing this morning the third doctrine in this study. Now, in his second epistle to Timothy, Paul challenged that younger pastor, "Continue thou in the things which thou hast learned." And then Paul went on to write, "From a child thou hast known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Christ Jesus." Now, knowing the New Testament Scriptures were not available to Timothy in his youth, we recognize the things he had learned and studied as a child were contained in the Old Testament Scriptures. And thus we ask the question, what things had Timothy been taught that were able, powerful, capable of bringing him to saving faith in Jesus Christ? And to address that question, we have so far in our services considered 2 fundamental doctrines. The first is bibliology. Now, that is the fact that the Scriptures are inspired and preserved by God, that they are holy, powerful, and they give wisdom. I believe that every word of the Scriptures is inspired, and it befits us to make certain we have an accurate translation of the Scriptures, that we are students of the Word, and that we follow teachers who rightly divide the word of truth. 2 Timothy 3:15. And so bibliology. The second doctrine we studied last week was theology. Well, what is theology? Theology is the doctrine that believes that the Scriptures are God's revelation of Himself as the Creator. You know, creation declares and evidences the glory, the majesty, and the power of God. However, God also chose to reveal Himself not only in His works, but also in His written Word and through His Son, Jesus Christ. Now, the Scriptures give us understanding regarding God's existence. That is, that He is eternal. His essence, He is a spirit. His person and His nature, that God is omniscient, omnipotent, immutable, holy, righteous, just, loving, kind, and merciful. And then that brings us to today's doctrine, and that is anthropology. Now, what is anthropology? Well, we believe that the Scriptures reveal all that a man needs to know about himself. Who am I? What is man? David looked at the heavens and the display of God's glory in the stars and the sun and the moon, and he exclaimed, "What is man that thou art mindful of him, and the Son of Man that thou visitest him?" Psalm 8 and verse 4. Well, why would God give any thought to sinful man? Why does He care about you or me? Well, the answer to those questions is found nowhere apart from the Scriptures. And it's going to be my prayer that our study today will inspire believers to study the Scriptures and to walk closer with the Lord. I hope that you'll join us at Hillsdale Baptist Church for today's worship service. God bless you, my friend. May this be a day that you serve the Lord, that you reflect in your life, your countenance, and in your words and actions the glory of God who created us, who loved us enough to send His Son, Jesus Christ, to be the sacrifice, the atonement for our sin. God bless. Bye-bye.